Hey guys, how you doing? Rob Thomas, day trader here for another day of my trading journey. Today should be what, day 4 of my new trading journey. Started back after a couple of years. Let's see, we've got a few minutes before the market opens. Jumping out to the pre-market charts. Let's just see where we are. Alright, a little quick recap. Started day trading this week with $500. Lost, let's see, you can see right here, first day 55, second day $70 loss. Then we had a green day yesterday, we were up $60, so closed the gap a little bit. Now we're down 62. Today we're going to see if we can close that gap even more. Alright, so our account's at 430, so today we can trade with, I have to go to work today, so I don't have a long trading day today. I'm going to just probably look for one solid trade, jump in, jump out. Alright, let's go through and see what's shaking this morning. Alright, so what I normally do is go through my top gainers list, top down, see what's going on in the market. Let's put our news on, we can see. Whoa, this trade had a huge spike. This is the one thing that I want to get used to doing, guys. Probably a good idea. Check these spikes first. Look at that, 150%. So the reason that you want to be aware of things like that, guys, is if the market moves that much already, might not have enough steam in it to go too much more than that. But I want to mark it anyway, just to kind of keep an eye on this thing, see what it does. Because we might be able to get back up to that, right? How far away are we from? That would be a definite resistance point anyway. So if this is your first time watching my videos, what I kind of look for a trade is for the market to pull up, make a high, pull back, and then enter a break at that line. This one already kind of had some little false breakouts, so this trade has a couple red flags for me. I'm pretty sure it probably could still maybe get up to here, maybe. I'm not sure if it broke that. But the couple of red flags for me on this would be why I might stay away from this trade is, well, one, you've already had a 150% move, a lot of people sold out. And then you got these little high wicks and this area has become a resistance area. So let's just see. This one had a high move this morning too. 50% move. I wish I knew how to catch these 4 a.m. moves, but I look on here, there's no indication of it. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. If anybody that watches these videos knows a great way to find the news early in the morning, real time, and has luck catching some of these moves, let me know. I'd definitely be interested in that. A lot of big moves this morning, guys. I say guys, I'm probably the only one watching these videos. That was already 80% move this morning. move. Wow, we made a lot of money this morning. This one would have been a little bit easier to catch because this one showed you a couple of bullish candles that were way above that. You had to pull back, so if you could enter here, you were up early this morning, probably could have got that easy. 30% move. A lot of the steam might have already been taken out of some of these trades. Well, yeah, almost every trade, guys. Look at that. 50% move. So this just goes to show you, there's a chance to make 30% to 50% super easy if you are day trading. This stock looks a little more interesting because it is a nice steady move up. It's a nice trending stock. It's only moved 17%, so oh well, stock market opened already. Let's go back to the regular day trading. I mean, not day trading, but you can go from pre-market to day trading right here. So this will update in a second. We'll see. Oh, that stock's all over the place. Positive news on this one. This one has some therapy advances in pipeline. You know, guys, I'm gonna take this trade right here. I don't have a ton of time this morning, so I'm gonna kind of try to see if I can make me some profit quick, get out. So I like to draw my boxes, guys, so you can see. You can see what your take profit stop is. And this one, 20% is pretty far. I'm hoping for a good 20% trade this morning, but we'll see, guys. So let's take our stop loss and move up under here. Go to positions. And let's see if we can make some money off of this trade this morning. Now, the reason I took this trade is it's in a nice trending uptrend, right? And I like to look for stocks that are moving up, that pull back, that keeps breaking the highs. And this one looks like it has some good momentum. The VWAP and 21 EMA are moving up, and you can see that it's broke this high here. So we'll see if that's enough momentum to give us 5 or 10%. If we could get 20% today, we would be back in the game for sure. We'd be at profit, probably be good for the rest of the week. I don't think this one has enough kick to go all the way up, but we'll see. Two more minutes on this. Alright guys, so I'm going to pause this for a second. Don't go anywhere because for you it's going to be a thing. I just have to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so first 5-minute candle on this one. Not beautiful. It did shoot up, but it has a long wick now, so see if we can bounce off of this VWAP and head back up. I think we're going to be okay, but this is one of those ones where probably should wait for the candle to close. But and I don't know if this stock's going to have enough momentum to go way up, so we're going to, on this one, if we do get into profit, I'm going to be pretty aggressive with my stop loss on it. this one may come down to retest that 21 EMA. But we'll see, guys, how it turns out. We gotta try to not be stressful, try to be relaxed about it. That's what gets you in trouble with day trading for me anyway, is you get stressed out, you know, and you worry about winners or losers too much. That's why I believe it's probably better just to take some small positions a couple times a day. This trade might have been a bad decision. Probably gonna get stopped out on this, guys, I'm not gonna lie, but that's what it is. That's the purpose of me doing these videos, guys, is to show you what it's really like to be a day trader. You know, I took a little bit of an impulsive trade because it was rocking up really big. I should have waited for the candle to close, and then I would have saw that this trade was probably going to sell. Because if I saw this long wick after the candle closed, I would have definitely not entered this trade. But it's too late now. Let's just kind of take a look. This is that one that had that big spike this morning, I think, right? Yeah. And I'm not sure if I told you guys, I am trading on a cash account, but you probably figured out that me only trading $500. You can't trade margin unless you have $2,000, I believe, on Google. But if you're trading a margin account, you have to follow the PDT rules. You can only trade 3 times a week, 3-day trades a week, which is stupid. It's probably going to be changing soon, though, guys. That's probably going to go next year, maybe, hopefully. Don't prove that. To where the PDT rule. Yeah, this trade's gonna be a loss. I'm gonna want that be $100 down for the week. Great. But anyway, the PDT rule might be changing to $2,000, and what that means is you can trade it technically $2,000 as many times as you want. With a cash count, I can only trade my $500 one time and I have to wait for the next day. Or you can trade smaller trades, like if I wanted to trade $50, I could trade 10 times a day. But then your profits are really small. Alright, guys, I think this trade's going to get done. I'm probably going to try to just close this trade out in a second, but we'll see. I'm going to pause for 1 second, grab some water, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, well, this trade is it's holding on that 21 EMA. Bounced off of that, so we'll see if we can recover. Even if we don't, you take these moments as a lesson to learn, right? So I entered this trade a little impulsively. The lesson on this, even if I lose, is I would have waited for the market to close and I would have saw that long wick, then that would have been definitely correct when I did this trade. Needed a little bit more time to move. But I'm gonna hold in there. I'm gonna give it some time. I'm definitely probably just gonna have to readjust my profit targets on that if it even holds. But we're going to give it some time, guys. In the effort of keeping these videos a little bit shorter, I'm going to try to pause them just to save a few minutes every once in a while, because some of my videos are going an hour and a half. I know you guys are not watching the whole video. Alright, so I'm going to pause this for a few minutes, guys. Let this play out. And these videos are not edited, by the way. I'm not like editing this and changing it to a different day and showing you different things. You're seeing my live account here that you can see is only $400. So this one looks like it's going to need some time to decide whether it's going to come back down or go up. It's looking like we might have a good little chance on this to have some indecision. If this candle closes kind of small, if that doesn't shoot down, we have a chance for it to round up, but it's probably going to take some time. So I'm just going to pause this for a few minutes, guys. Stretch my legs for a minute. Don't go anywhere though, because we're going to be just an instant. I'll be right back. Alright guys, let's see what this trade is doing. Looks like it's starting to kind of come down and round off. This is kind of one of the more frustrating things with day trading. You know, when you have a cash account, is like you come, let me see if I can find it, I'll show you. You come, you look at these, and you're like, golly, I took a trade that's losing. If I would only taken this trade, I'd be at 13% on this one. And then this one, we could have been only 5%. This one has a lot of high risks here. But that's the bad thing about trading. If you're doing the way I'm doing right now, trading 100% of your account if it's small, because you only get one shot. Like the better way to trade, honestly, and which is what I really need to do once I get my account a little bigger, is, you know, you take one small trade to start the day. If it goes against you, then you trade again. Look for a better trade a couple times a day. I'm trading 100% of my account because my first trading day this week, I traded 7 trades, only won one. Definitely over trading impulsively. That's the good thing about it. You know, when you get your account up to where you need to be a real day trader, $30,000, you can trade $5,000 or $10,000. Let's say, instead of just trading it 3 times, like if you had a $30,000 cash account, you trade $10,000 3 times. But $30,000 account with the margin, you don't really have to use the margin. Just use it for the quick, instant. Your trade settle instantly, so you can trade $30,000 or $10,000 50 times a day if you wanted to. As long as you're not losing, you know, too much. Technically, you only need $25,000, but you trade $25,000 and you lose $1,000, and you're below your amount you need to get. But with small accounts, you kind of have to work a little bit differently. And the best way to trade, guys, is to, you know, I should be honestly with a $500 account taking $25 trades, $25 positions. Which is, if I wind up losing a lot of this $500, I'm going to put another $500 in next month, and then we'll do that for sure, start out slower. But like I said, these videos are not to teach you how to day trade. They're just so you can see my experience, what it's like to be basically a new trader. I've traded before, but I'm still amateur. I don't know what I'm doing. But so what you'll know what to expect when you first come to trade. You're not going to come in and win every single day. I don't care what these guys tell you on TikTok and things. When you come in, you're going to lose trades. You're probably going to lose 60% of your trades when you're first starting out. If you can do 50% of your trades, though, you can be profitable if you manage your trades correctly. And then when you get good at it, you can do 60-70%, probably at the max. And you could be a profitable day trader. Purpose of these videos is just for you to see like what it's really like without all the fluff and the hype on YouTube. Everybody's telling you, oh my gosh, you can do this, you can make so much money. The reality is it's a little tricky to get into. You take some patience, and you got to learn. You got to learn to be able to take what the market gives you, and you got to get a good strategy. I mean, your entry strategy doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of this is kind of luck, guys. You know, you have a perfect setup and the market still goes against you. You just have to try to find a little edge and mathematically make it work out for you, right? Keep your stops low, you're short. You don't have to always worry about making 2 and 3R. But at first, guys, just come in, put $100 in your account, trade 1 share. Most of these stocks that come up on Webull on these lists are under $10. That's what I like to trade. Any kind of, not exactly, I guess a penny stock. And just buy you, put your $100 on there, buy you one share of some stocks and learn. You can do the paper trading, but it doesn't execute the exact same way as real trading. So I mean, it kind of does, but you don't get the automatic stop loss and take profits where you can slide your stop loss up real easy. So I recommend putting a very small amount of money into a live account and just test it out. At first, if you're 100% newbie, I've never traded before, definitely do the paper trading just to get a feel for how where all the buy and sell is and everything. But even with that, it still executes differently. But back to this trade, I think we're going to be okay. I don't know if we're going to get a lot of profit out of it. Hopefully we can get back to close to break even, would be nice. But you can see it came down and tapped off this 12 EMA and then left a long wick. So that tells me that this area here is a good support level. And then you got a smaller inside candle. I don't know if technically that'd be called an inside bar candle because it's below the wick, but a very small candle. So when you get these, like a long candle in the first move, and then it starts to slow, and you get a green candle, that's showing me that the momentum is kind of coming back into it. Now, whether it can get past this area, that's the question, right? So, like this area is where it's probably going to have trouble. If we can get past that area, then we're probably in good shape, right? Either way, it doesn't matter. This is kind of my first move back. I've traded for a couple years, so had to get a back feel for it, guys. If my channel grows and if there's some interest in it, then when I start figuring out a little bit more, get my groove back, I'll do some live streams. I think you have to maybe have 50 subscribers to do a live stream, but we'll see how that goes. This trade, though, is turning pretty good trade. We're just going to probably have to wait 30 to 30 minutes. It's probably going to take a little bit more time. So I'm going to pause it again, take some emails. If you're trading, guys, and you're going to walk over to the computer, just make sure you have a stop on there, just in case something turns rapidly. And we have our stop in place. Take profit's pretty high, we're not going to worry about that, because I'm just going to, the way I manage my trades is, I do have a, let's bring that take profit down, just in case like it spikes or something while I'm not sitting right at the computer, right? So we'll just bring our take profit to way up here, just in case like for some reason it gets here and it's like we're not paying attention, then we just go ahead and grab that. So I'm interested to see how it reacts up here. If it bounces and comes back down, I might just close this trade because I don't have all day to see what I do. There's a couple things you could do. You like if you were in this trade with me and it came up here and it was just fiddling around, you could just leave it, walk away, and come back at like 2 or 3 o'clock and see where it's at. You can set up trailing stop losses on yours. I'm going to bring my stop loss up to here now, guys. Because that's probably $50. But you want to make sure, you can leave it overnight if you want to, that's up to you. But with these stocks that are on these lists, they're not blue chip stocks or stocks that are going to be continually going up that you can just leave and come back in a couple of days and it'll be up. Most of these moves are based off like news or something happened. So they're only going to be moving up for one day mainly. So this momentum is just like a one-day thing. What is the overall move on this from down here? 20%. So here we go, guys. We're starting to move up. Let's see what happens at this little area that I marked off. You can tell it's kind of like, I don't know. But I'm hoping maybe it just whoop, pushes through. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's the thing. You have to keep calm about it, guys. Don't let your emotions get to you. Like if you were trading this on a $50,000 or $25 account, that little 4% would be a lot more than $15 down, so you might be stressed about it. So a good way to kind of overcome that, I believe, is what I found out, because I have had $25,000 in my account before, and it's stressful when you're up or down. Not stressful when you're up, obviously it's great when you're up. If you start with a smaller account, your mind can get used to losses and things easier, right? Like, it's easier to process a $50 loss than it is a $5,000 loss. Because when I had my $25,000 account, I think I built it up to close to 30, and then I took a personal loan, which is kind of crazy, but it was a very low interest. So when I was up, I think $5,000 or $6,000. I was doing great, and then I started trading bigger, and I lost a few trades in a row, got down to about 22,000, and I was just nervous about it. So I cashed out, and that's when I stopped for a couple years. But that was before I came into this. Started really focusing on the strategy of the. I guess like a breakout strategy. Everybody does a breakout strategy, but I came across using Webull in their list. I used to use Thinkorswim, which is TD Ameritrade, which I guess is not TD Ameritrade anymore, it's Charles Schwab. Their list, they do have like a top movers, but man, their list is like 100 on there. I know there's ways you want to adjust it down for the size, but it just never came up to good stocks that move consistently. Webull, on the other hand, this list is condensed, and actually they usually move really well. Sorry guys, I know that was a bunch of rambling gibberish. See guys, this is having some trouble here. So we're going to see what it does. Let's take another little pause, and let's give it 10-15 minutes, and I'll see. If I come back and it's down, we'll go from there. We're down $20 on this trade, which is not horrible, considering. So we'll see you guys. Be back just a second. Alright, I'm back. And it looks like we are maybe possibly going to be able to get past this little resistance line that was right here. You see it came up and made almost a touch here, and then it's kind of having some trouble. Then it shot up. Wasn't sure. Came down now. See if this second move can put us up into. See if we can get back to here. That'll only be 2%, but hey, 2% is better than a loss. This is 10. Sometimes I like to do a couple of levels just to have an idea where I'm at. So let's do a double level. But it's still having some trouble. You can see guys, it's struggling right here. So what are we now? $15? It's probably going to be like, pull back off of this. It's not like a super strong move to push up through this. It is going past it, so the buyers are kind of stepping back in. Bounce up before. So if this candle can close up here above this, it's probably going to move back up. If it, what do we have? We're in that 1 minute. It's not going to go above it. Let's say if it closes below that, then it's probably going to curve. So you got 4 candles in a row. Possibility that might not go up yet, but if it can close above this, that might give us some buyers that step in to push it a little bit higher. Don't need a ton of buyers to come in, we just need to push a little 5-10%. You can get, this is kind of my zone right here where I'll be looking at this exit out trade. It's already 10. I am off work today, but I do need to go to DoorDash and make some cash because I got 3 days off this week. Slow at the restaurant. 11 o'clock is a good time to go out and make some money, so we'll probably try to get out of here by then. Alright, that candle closed. It did close above it. It does have a little wick, so we'll see if this candle wants to like jump around. Let's give it a few more minutes, guys. Be back in just a second. Alright, how we looking, guys? Alright, we're starting to move. We're almost back to break even. So this is a nice steady 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles. See what it does right here. This is any kind of resistance line. You know, I just thought about it. I probably should be checking these day charts on these candles. A lot of times I don't worry about that, even though there are support resistance lines up there. I usually just look in the short term. But I think this thing's going to push back through, guys, honestly. It's just slow going. It's not going to be a huge move. Some of these moves down here, these little candles for 3% moves. Yeah. So we just needed to steadily come up, which most likely it's going to do. The next area to look at, like what could happen, is this little top wick. That will be the next area to see what happens. So far so good, guys. This is the reality of day trading. It's not always come in, jump out, making money. Sometimes with these, that's why I like these momentum style trades, I guess I should say, is a lot of times you come in at 5 minutes, you're out, you made 30-40%. But a lot of times you're in a trade for a while, guys. And I think that's what got me in trouble. The first week I opened too many trades at one time. I think it's better for me to, one, maybe 2 trades at a time. Because if all the trades are going down, you have 5 trades, you're going to have 5 losers in a row. That's what happened to me. Sometimes, you know, they get all 5 go up and you got 5 winners, and you're like, oh, I did really good for the day. But we're going to try to focus on 1 or 2, I believe, trades at a time. And I think this trade's going to wind up being okay. We'll see if it can get us into some profit for the day, even if it's only a couple dollars. A few dollars is better than no dollars. But you can see it doesn't have a lot of momentum. It's getting some wicks, so I'm not sure it's going to have enough strength to get back up to here. It's probably after, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles. It could come down and retest this before it goes back up. Or it could go back there. But the 21 EMA is steadily moving up. So my guess it would be, it's just going to struggle here for a little bit and then push back through to this level. We'll see. Anyway, alright, I'm going to stop it for a second, guys. Be back in a minute. Alright, guys, I'm back, and it looks like we finally broke into the profit area. But what I want to see, so let's definitely for sure move our stop up past this resistance line. If it goes back down there, I'm not going to play around with it. We'll just be out of there. Here, we're just going to see, we're not in profit, we're just kind of at that area. I want to see what it does. If it can get past this, then we're looking good. But we're close, guys. Like, we could close right now for $2 profit and not being a loss. I want to give it a few more minutes and see if this can keep going. This was a good sign here because it didn't do a big pullback. I was honestly expecting it to pull back down to the 21 EMA. But let's see if we can get another 2 or 3 candles green before it pulls back again. We'll be good. Alright, pause that for a quick second. We'll come right back, guys. Okay, looks like we got back to our entry level. A little pullback. Now we're kind of seeing another green move. Still waiting game, guys. I think we're in good shape on this trade. I'm pretty sure it's going to keep going up, but you never know. Could be in for a little pullback. So this trade is going to take a little bit more time to pull out, or to work out. Alright, let's see how it goes. Okay, guys, we're still just kind of like dilly-dallying around on this trade. Did pull back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I gotta go make some cash to pay some bills. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my take profit down to here. Right, which is what, just 5%. We'll leave our stop here at 4%. And I'm gonna go to work. I don't like doing this. I'd rather stay here and watch it that way, because if it did pop up to say right here and come back down, I could slide my stop loss up and catch a little bit and follow it through. But this is one of the situations where, you know, when you work and you can't sit in front of a computer all day, it's not a make or break thing. It's not $50,000, right? It's $400 bucks. It was 500. First down, 63, right? No worries. So hopefully when I come back, that'll be knocked. But it'll probably still be billying around. We'll see. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna come back probably after lunch. If I get a DoorDash back this way, I'll stop in and check on that trade. But I'm gonna head out and try to make some cash. For you, it'll be just 1 second though. Actually, this is probably gonna come down and stop us out by the time I get back. But I'm not just gonna sit around and wait for it to stop us out. Anyway, guys, you'll see what happens in about an hour or so. For you, it'll be 1 second. See you in a minute, guys. Hi, how you guys doing? I am back from a little bit of work. Didn't work very long. The video cut out on me, but it looks like we got stopped out. And of course, you get stopped out and it's coming back up. That's the way it goes. So let's see what the damage is. Not a lot. About $20 loss for the day. Yeah, 2019. Alright, so 3 green days this week. Let's go back and just look at that. Then we could have got out here for, what would have been in profit much, like $1 or $2. It's fine, watch it, it's probably going to come back up and get into profit. But, you know, you don't have to hold on to your trades all day. Stick with your stops. We're going to clear this out. So, quick update for this week. 3 green, or 1, where's 3? 3 red days, 1 green day. We're down $84. Not horrible, but down 16%. Not horrible, we can make that back, not bad. So thank you guys for watching this video. I know this week hasn't been super productive. Don't get discouraged. If you were day trading your first week, you wouldn't expect to be profitable, right? I expect this month is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me to get back into the groove of things. My main goal is just to not blow this whole $500. So hopefully we can get back into it. We'll just clear everything out, guys. And anybody that is watching this video, I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. If you want to see my journey to find out if I can turn it around and become profitable, subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much, guys. I'm going to come in tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll do the same thing, 100% trade, just to try to catch back up for this week. And we'll see how it goes. Thanks so much for watching, guys. RobThomasDayTrader. And you can see so far, Rookie Day Trader. But thanks for watching the video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking so far. If this is interesting to you or if you think it's stupid. Either way, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, guys. I appreciate it. See you next time, guys.